need a doctor for that?
Yes, you.
Little lozenge.
You need Cthulhu to get up out your body.
There's no undoing them chromosomes at this stage of life. If he's half bird, he's half bird.
Hopefully you can fly.
Just bird type Pokemon. the new bird type Zog.
I remember the bird type.
I was talking about goddamn Lugia today, the Pokemon trading
Best
trading
Pokemon.
card game. And apparently Lugia's a goddamn normal type.
Yep.
What the fuck?
I always thought
When
it was
did that-
psychic flying.
It's psychic flying.
No, in
Not
the
in the-
card in the card game, it is a normal type.
Preach, nerd.
And this is why I never got
So,
into the card game.
all right,
It was fucking
with-
bullshit.
The card game, right? We're talking about Pokemon here. We're in the card game. So, all right, let me run down something. They only have like a handful of types. Okay, there's like psychic, fighting, normal,
Did we start?
electric, grass,
They
fairy, and
Actually,
dragon. That's
I
it.
did hear about. Actually, they got rid of the dragon type, but I just found out about that.
Oh,
They
Moral
used
of
to
the sto-
they used to have more types, but then they got rid of a few.
Moral of the story: Pokemon, the trading card game, kinda dumb.
yeah, like
Unlike the
Hisuian-
games or anime or any of that other bullshit.
Welcome to
Hisuian Zoroark
Content
here
Breaker.
Can be normal or psychic type,
This
depending on which
week-
card you have.
This week we're talking about Pokemon like big nerds.
Yeah.
Big childish nerds.
Yeah.
Uh,
Super
well, so
super
you know,
aggressive.
what else is new?
Yeah. So the clout of Pokemon, or the cult of Pokemon. I keep saying the clout of Pokemon.
The clout. Do you have the Pokemon
same,
clout?
Same difference at this rate.
Are you a Pokemon professor? Do you have that Pokemon clout?
Would you want to be a professor?
Why? Way to
We
trigger
know
repressed
one.
memories.
Do you
We
put it on your
know one.
resume?
What
Way
an asshole!
trigger repressed memories. Strange. Way to trigger repressed. Yeah.
All right, all that to say, welcome to Content Breaker. He's Kai, I'm Kelz. We're joined by Strangely Entertaining and Bow Before
Hello.
Zog as we dive in to Pokemon.
That was a dive.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made it.
Splash.
Oh, shh.
We used dive.
Yeah, we did. No, that we
That's
did.
a Pokemon move.
Yeah, it is.
Wow, good reference.
Quick, what's the one generation where it was an HM?
Sand Attack.
Third generation.
A splash.
Oh shit, we got the expert.
It
We'll
might be.
we'll
Third
have a
generation was my jam.
we'll have
Anyways.
a Pokemon
It
competition.
was the best gen.
What generation did Kingdra come into the party?
Second gen.
First?
No, Kelz had it. Second generation.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Wait, I was
Kingdra?
thinking of Seadra.
Kingdra was the
evolution of
first
Seadra.
true, well, technically dragon. I think Dratini wasn't always a dragon type. They made it a dragon type so far back that it became one. But I believe Kingdra was the actual first canonical dragon type Pokemon. Third evolution of Horsey.
Dragon Knight wasn't.
Or,
Good.
I thought, like, I just looked this up the other day because Dragonite is a dragon type, but it wasn't always like dragon type apparently. Because dragon was a gen introduced. There's a whole theory about it, like the Mandela effect, because some people
First
say
gen was weird.
Dragonite was originally a psychic flying, and then some people say it was always a
No.
dragon. But like, it's literally there's so much information supporting both sides. I'm gonna call Dragonite the first dragon Pokemon, but Kingdra the first like official dragon Pokemon. It's like what See, talking about the Pokemon cult, what is the first Pokemon? Someone answer that question.
So,
All right,
this
all
is
right.
not an
So-
easy
Humans.
question.
So my question here: define first, like lore wise, or motherfucking Bulbasaur ass number 001 in the motherfucking Pokédex, the only reference that actually matters. Don't come
Or-
at me with the Arceus and Mew and God of Pokemon
And
God
Rhydon.
of
Rhydon was
Or
the
Rhydon.
Rhydon was
The
the
first-
first Pokemon created by the Pokemon.
Or was
No.
it Arceus, the actual creator of the Pokemon universe?
So that's man. Okay, what's everybody's take? Let's just go. For me, the first Pokemon, I feel like it's gotta be Mew, because even like Mew even has traces of Arceus in his DNA.
Just
Like-
because it looks like an embryo does not mean it has to be first.
I mean, Dittos are failed attempts of Mew, failed clones of Mew, and they have transform, which is literally something that Mew can do. Mew can transform into any Pokemon. Yeah,
Wait,
facts up.
does that mean Ditto's just a Mewtwo that
Yes.
didn't
A failed
Yo.
Mewtwo.
Yes.
didn't
Oh my
solidify?
God.
Yeah, no, that's the
No.
lore of Ditto. It is
Oh my
the
God.
first failed Mew clone.
Ditto is experiment 625.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love it.
I like sandwiches.
I love it.
Oh my god.
I vote Bulbasaur because it's Pokédex entry 001.
That's fine.
Fuck who was made first. Man is the best. He's number one. First
What did you
Pokemon.
say was made first?
Doesn't matter. Bulbasaur is number one.
He
Yeah.
said, "Screw who was made first."
Yeah, doesn't matter. Insignificant.
Okay, yeah. So,
Unless your opinions differ, I guess.
I mean, what are Zogs and ranges of it?
Man, I'm too
I
sober
said
for
Mew,
that
you
shit.
said Bulbasaur. This was your topic, Zog.
This is your week.
Okay,
is
Zog will
what
be
you wanted.
Zog will be your right on, so we can have a different opinion. Okay.
Cool.
Then what about you, Kelz or Strange?
Other one.
I was just gonna go down a rabbit hole of why each one of them are actually the first one.
Oh god.
Why is Arceus the first Pokemon? So you can have the fourth different opinion.
Because it literally it was birthed from a cosmic egg,
what
and it
comes
stretched
before
out its
God?
arms to its god. Basically, it just made the universe and
So like the
Yeah.
official lore.
created time and space, and then antimatter.
Turns
Yeah,
out you
bless you.
can. Turns out you can fit
Bless
God
you.
in your pocket.
So the I
You just have
followed
to catch it.
I followed a lore chart one day, which was actually super crazy because a lot of people know about Pokemon. It has like one of the best lores out there. Like, but no one wants to talk about it because like
Best
cute.
and expansive are different things.
I will say best. I will say best. In my opinion, because that's an opinionated thing. But so you have Arceus, which was created like basically the Big Bang, and then Arceus created time and space, which are Palkia and Dialga, and then like there was a sub variant of those two that caused antimatter, which was Dialga, Giratina. Thank you. And then from forget which one it was that created Ho-Ho, or Ho-Ho came to be from a different existence. Because Ho-Ho
I think at least following Arceus was probably Mew or Muse. Like there was the Earth and Muse.
Mew was the first
populated
inhabitant of the Earth. Yeah, it was the one that.
Yeah.
But like,
and from Mew, all the other Mews turned into other beings, and then a lot of the legendary Pokemon came into being through means of. I don't remember the birds specifically.
well, I know
Well, yeah, never mind. The birds.
I know Groudon and Kyogre created the Earth, so they had to come before they created like the land and ocean. So like they were the ones that did that, and Rayquaza is like created the atmosphere. So that's where that comes from, and I think Lugia is the inhabitant of the ocean, so it came from like Kyogre. It was this whole expansive chart. Y'all gotta look it up. It was like. It like traced everything down back to like the non-legendaries, and it was kind of crazy. Like, also,
Yeah, I already got a big enough headache. There's no way I'm gonna comprehend that chart.
never know.
Doc's just like, look, I just want to throw my Pokeballs, okay?
like,
Catch the little things, throw them into battle, and say, Pikachu, use Thunder Smash, and go home. That's all Doc's saying. He's like, he said,
I can't say you're wrong. Anytime I played the games, it was literally just, I beat the Elite Four. Cool. What else is there to do? Catch all the Pokemon? Okay, let's go on that long ass journey. 5 minutes later, I'm bored.
I am the journey.
You are the journey. It's been inside you all along.
Pause.
Nope.
Who the fuck is Ash's dad on that note?
No
We
one,
don't know.
no one knows.
We can only hope we'll find out.
We might find
Mr.
out
Mime.
the final
Plot
episode.
twist.
I hope.
Plot twist. His dad's actually blue.
So the theory, a lot of people are saying the theory is going to be because I guess Red, the theory is that Red is showing up. Someone said that Red is showing up in the Masters journey or in the Masters thing that we're in these 11 episodes. So, but we don't know how. So
Because Red and Ash are two different characters.
yeah, they are.
Supposedly, yes.
Yeah, no, they are.
Really?
Not supposedly, they are. It's canonically that he's a different person because he showed up in the like Pokemon, not Legends. What was it called?
Masters.
Pokemon Masters. So there's a
The
theory
mobile
that
game. Mhm.
Red, no, not just Masters, but the series, like when they had like the spinoff
Yeah, I know.
with
I
like
remember that.
Ryogre. Yeah, I forgot what that was called. But they're saying that like Red could be Ash's father. And the reason he hasn't been there is because he's been like conquering like other like regions and stuff unknowns to us. And I'm just like,
He hasn't been there because he's the one that's been winning all of these goddamn championships.
he's the Shadow Hokage. Like,
Turns out he had Arceus all along.
man, if somebody got Arceus, like Arceus ain't gonna get caught. Arceus ain't no punk Pokemon, bruh. Like, no offense to like Pokemon being punks. Also, home to the dude who caught Suicune, Joe, I think his name is, from Masters. You a hoe. Ain't no way you catch Suicune, bruh. Like, I remember that episode in the actual series where homie was trying to catch Suicune and Suicune just like used Roar. I'm like, hey, that man PTSD. I was like, yeah, how it should be.
Maybe don't be a bitch. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I mean, listen, I caught Suicune. I ain't no bitch.
See, that's what I'm like. Clearly, if you could do it, so could the dude from Masters.
I caught a
Like, it ain't
shiny
impossible.
Suicune. I don't know where
Oh.
it is because fuck Pokemon Home on one of my games.
All right, speaking of games,
Yep.
let's talk about the games. This is where Pokemon all started. Game Freak and Nintendo came out with Pocket Monsters to turn into Pokemon.
By Shytoshi. Toshi, I forgot his last name. But yeah, who named the protagonist in the anime after himself. So shout out to
Wow,
that.
is that a self-insert or what?
I mean, you best believe if I ever have a like #1 selling anime or manga, main character static set. I'll probably get copywritten, whatever. So yeah, so the game started in 1994 or 1997.
It was 6.
Okay, 1996. Well, I think that's when they came over to the States. I think they were actually
Yeah, I think
released
it was like
in
2
Japan.
years later.
Yeah, I think Japan there was 1994.
I
I thought it was an even number, but we have Google, so Kelz, look that up for us, please. As you are currently, I knew you were already doing
Mr.
it. You have a
Historian.
master's degree. Are you getting a
Yeah,
master's?
what the
Yeah, I'm a
fuck does a
professional.
degree?
I'm skilled at Google food. And just because I was actively Googling it doesn't mean you need
See,
to like
I saw it in
give
your
me a
eyes.
job. I'm not
Yeah.
on payroll.
Oh,
The
your
original
eyes.
one was from April 1st, 1997.
Okay.
The
Oh.
first English syndication was from 1998 to
Okay.
1999.
Okay, so we were completely wrong on that. Cool.
No, Zog was right. In 1997.
That's 6.
Oh,
1997. And there's
my bad.
more episodes of this shit than One Piece.
Yes.
There's fucking 1,228 episodes.
It's
What?
still gonna keep going.
Yes. But the thing about it is they've also broken them up into different sections.
Thank God.
I mean, but
Yeah.
Ash has been
like,
here for each
hey.
and every one.
Hey, guess what? You only care about this region? You can just jump on here. You don't need to worry about anything else.
That's
I
what
said at
makes
least-
it trash.
At least One Piece has a time skip, whereas Ash has been 10 years old this whole time.
I want
How he's traveled to all these regions, like, and in a year, I don't know.
The thing that bothers me is they never talk about
How
it.
he
Like,
survives an electric rat electrocuting him, I will never know.
the thing that gets me about Pokemon is they never address the time. But like Brock will be like, "Hey man, I haven't seen you in quite some time." I'm like, "Quite some time? It's been 15 years, Brock."
Here's the thing. They used to address the time in the first season when they're traveling through Kanto. He legit says, "I can't believe it's been a year since we've been to Viridian City." When he's going back to challenge the gym.
To
Yeah.
Viridian City.
You know what's crazy? Someone posted this meme. It's like, it's hard to believe that like Ash and the Kangaskhan boy episode was only 2 weeks ago. And now he became the master. I'm like, yeah, I forgot about that episode with like the Tarzan boy who ran away from home. Like,
Yeah, I remember.
but no, the games have been around since 1997, and first one. I mean, what was the first one y'all had? Mine was blue, obviously, because you know your boy's favorite color.
First one I had was silver.
You didn't play the OGs?
No, well,
That's
that's not
shocking.
true.
Yeah.
Hold on, I actually I
Oh
got
yeah, your
silver,
stepmom thought it was.
and then I somehow got yellow version at some point, or I played yellow version, so I at least have played the first generation. But
Right.
then third gen was yes.
we would get to the third gen. But what about you two fine gentlemen? What's your first Pokemon? Y'all play the OGs?
No. As far as the games go, the first one I ever had was Sapphire.
Yeah.
A good choice though to start off with.
I watched my brother play Red,
Okay.
and then the first one I had was Sapphire as well.
All
Wow.
right,
Yeah.
Sapphire Boys in
Crazy.
the house. Yeah,
That's
screw
crazy.
Ruby.
I basically kept up with it.
I mean,
and
I had
got
Sapphire too,
um,
but damn.
I basically got every title after that up until fucking
X and Y.
Gun and
What was the
sword.
one after that? The lion thing and the bat thing.
Oh, Sun
That
and
was a
Moon.
Lola.
Yeah.
Yeah, Son of
Yeah,
Moon.
that
That
one.
was ass. That was
I
ass.
beat that one.
That
In,
was kind of bad. Yeah.
I beat that entire game. Well, through the Elite Four and all that. I was not about to go spend all that time catching for that Pokedex in like 4 hours, and it was so trash. I have not bought a Pokemon game since.
If I could recommend you find, gentlemen, a Pokemon game, if you have a 3DS, listen, no, seriously, if you have a 3DS, either play Alpha Ruby or Alpha Sapphire.
I did like those.
Those are really fun.
I
Amazing.
loved Omega Ruby.
Mhm.
It was a lot of fun, but it was
Brandon, you
also
said you
basically
played
just
those. Those came out before Aloha.
No, this is the remakes
yeah,
of the third generation.
Yeah, no, they came out before Aloha, didn't they?
they did.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm so confused.
they came out in between Alola and
X and Y and Aloha.
X and Y.
That in between those two.
Yeah.
They, and of course, doing a remake for debatably the best generation, they went all out on the damn games.
Well, those were fun. I was.
they had the best mode changes
Mega Evolutions?
Yeah, Mega Evolution.
Mega Evolutions, yes, but they also had like primal forms for the legendaries.
Oh, yeah, the Primal Forms.
And yeah, those the Digimon ripoffs essentially.
Yeah.
When Pokemon was just like, yeah, let's just steal that idea from Digimon
You should bring those back, but...
before they just decided kaiju battles work. Instead of ripping off Digimon, we'll just rip off Godzilla and Ultraman.
The kaiju battles were fine enough. I'm like, this is fine. Every Pokemon can do it. I'm with it. And then they just decided, meh. No
Yeah, because
more.
it's dumb.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm gonna be
I'll
honest.
tell you what's dumb. The Z moves are dumb.
Look,
Z moves worst thing ever. Oh, you
You're
get
not
one really
wrong.
powerful attack. I'm like, that's
it's
it.
all really dumb.
yeah, it really is. I'm gonna be honest. The best thing to come out of Pokemon since Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire was a fan-made game.
Oh, the
Pokemon
fan-made games. Are
Pokemon
crazy.
Fusions is
Oh, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
awesome, and it's all because of those weird mixed designs.
The fan-made games are where it's at.
It's-
There's
yeah.
crazy ones out there. If you dig hard enough, that's a cult. That's a cult right there. I'm
Yes.
Well,
telling you. And it
where-
goes
Life.
deep.
Well, guess what? It's all spawned from the same fucking place.
Yeah.
All right,
No,
I
what
wa-
was it like Pokemon Uranium? Pokemon like
all the ROM hacks and shit.
yeah, all the ROM hacks.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's
Now-
love poured in this.
I want to ask y'all a question,
Mm-hmm.
and there's only one right answer, but it's fine. What is y'all's favorite Pokemon game?
Part of me. No, this is hard. This is hard.
It is hard.
Cause like I ain't gonna hold you. Part of me really wants to say Diamond, but part of me also really wants to say Emerald. Like,
Emerald
And-
was
Okay.
and then like
Chef's Kiss.
let me switch Platinum or sorry, let me switch Diamond for Platinum. Platinum was I had both of them.
Platinum was also very good.
Yeah.
The-
It's
I bet
hard.
y'all never guess my favorite though.
I will
Oh,
guess
I-
your favorite.
So I just
No,
took.
have-
guess it. Guess
Oh,
it.
no.
What is it? You'll never
Pokemon
guess it.
Snap.
Oh,
No.
Oh,
Close.
Lost
no,
Ranger.
no,
Lost
no, no,
Ranger.
No.
No. This one,
Mystery Dungeon.
Mystery Dungeon.
No. The one with the Dark Lugia.
Coliseum?
Yeah, call it XV. Yeah.
XD Gala Darkness.
I forgot about
yeah,
those.
yeah.
Gala Darkness is probably my favorite. If it's hard, honestly, because I'm like, and if I'm being real with you, Violet is top 5 for me. Like in
No,
terms of
no.
enjoyability. Like
For you, I
Yeah.
would figure it would be Pokemon Rangers for the DS that combines Pokemon and motherfucking Beyblade on the DS.
no, that was solid. Okay.
No,
okay.
it wasn't.
It really was not.
It was solidly trash,
For
but
the
like it was
time,
a
it
fun
was
time. I loved like I lost my stylus so many times playing that game. I'd be like just fly out and I just like reach into my like nerd pack of my little DS and just pull out another crappy like colored stylus because I bought them like they had a 20-pack. Used to sell at Walmart for like $10. I would just use those things while I kept like the actual good one in the DS. But
But no, like yeah, for me it's got to be like XD or Coliseum for the GameCube, and having Mirror Bees theme really helps that game out a lot.
I'm
Y'all
gonna
ever heard Mirror Bees theme?
yeah. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna cheat. For
Okay.
GameCube, I'm gonna say Gala Darkness.
Okay.
For SP, I'm gonna say because I guess I'm gonna like out of all the things that XP can play, I'm gonna say Crystal.
Okay.
On Crystal, that was solid. How you hating on Crystal, bro? How you
No, because
hating on
that's a
Crystal?
Game Boy Color game.
But it can be played on the SP. So
But it
I
can be
said
played
Just
on
because
the
you
SP.
can't, just because it's backwards compatible, doesn't mean that's like the generation.
okay.
Like,
Game
you telling
Boy.
me everything else that the Game Boy SP can play
Okay.
doesn't rank.
Okay,
Like,
okay. Game Boy Color.
yeah.
I'm going with Crystal. Game Boy SP. I'm going Emerald.
Okay.
All right. All right.
And then
Okay.
DS. Hot take.
It's gotta be Pokemon Troze.
It's Pokemon Y, bro. It's Y. Like if I'm going DS, it's
was
Pokemon Y.
D-
It had the
that's
Mega
3DS.
Evolution.
But
was it
Why?
3DS? I
Oh,
thought
okay,
it was
okay, okay,
3DS.
okay. So main DS. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
dear
Main
God.
DS.
That's for Gen 4. Gen 4.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Say Gen 4.
Main DS.
Whatever the fuck Gen 4 is. That's,
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Platinum. Yeah.
Diamond and Platinum.
Yeah.
And then Black and White.
Oh fuck, black and white.
Also.
Fuck
but-
black and
No.
white.
No.
Black
Diamond,
White 2
Platinum.
wasn't bad though. It wasn't the best. But
It was
wasn't
the
bad.
worst. Worst of times.
Let's see. So yeah, if I had to say, it'd be XD for the N64 Pokemon Stadium 2, haha, or Emerald was good. Alpha Sapphire is probably one of my favorites, and I always
Oh,
got to
yeah.
give love to Soul Silver though.
Oh yeah, Soul Silver was my baby, bro. And I let my sugar dick take my copy and load it for.
Yo, we could. Never
Them
mind.
stabbing words right there.
She had him under a status effect. Yeah.
You learn your lesson.
I was
You learn your
poisoned.
lesson the hard way.
You do. You do.
Oh, it's
Okay. Well, games are fun, and each game came a new generation of Pokemon to add from the OG 151 to just continuously grow until we're at like almost 900 or so now. But for the
Almost.
anime, they followed damn near the same vibe.
Oh, this is the hardest choice.
Tracking, tracking
Ash.
generations
Oh yeah. Yeah.
per anime season.
Yeah.
So, first off, what's y'all's experience with the anime?
Oh man. I think
Waking up on Saturday morning with a bowl of cereal, watching Saturday morning cartoons because that was all I had because I didn't have cable growing up. Yeah.
you didn't need cable growing
I-
up, bruh. Cable was for bitches.
I only really watched Pokemon on
I had cable.
the.
Anyway.
It was. I forget exactly what day it was, but there was some weekday where the new episodes would come on at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right
Cartoon
after.
Network.
Was it Cartoon Network?
Yep, because when
I
I
thought
lived
it
in
was something
Detroit, it
different.
was 4 o'clock. So, and that would have been 3 o'clock for you.
Okay. But yeah, I'd come home, turn it on, at least for the first, at least for the first season, for Regent Kanto, the first
Yeah.
Pokemon League. Me and my dad would watch it together.
Aw.
At least for that one. I don't remember when that stopped. But yeah. It was like the first thing that would come on with an animation block, and then we'd go back and forth between watching Digimon or X-Men Evolution. After that, I've gone on record saying this a couple times. I didn't really care about Pokemon all that much, outside of just sitting there watching the anime in those early seasons with my dad, and it's just everything that my friends were into at the time, so I just stuck with it for a little while and gave us something to talk about.
It was the topic of discussion, basically.
Yeah,
Like,
it was the playground dominator.
Dainta's like, I have to go watch these other shows besides anime because my hairdresser keeps asking me about them. Oh, they just want a topic of discussion.
Yeah, you want to be a part of the conversation.
Tell your hairdresser to watch more anime. Simple fix.
Right?
That's what I did to my pastor back in the day.
Hear that, Dainta?
He was
Dad
like,
says you gotta tell your hairdresser to watch more anime.
Or, get a good hairdresser.
hey, secret wife, I love you. But yeah, no, my first experience with Pokemon was through the iconic 4Kids, man. 'Cause we don't give 4Kids enough love. Oddly. So I remember, Saturday morning, waking up early. Like, you couldn't wake up for school, but you could wake up for cartoons. Crazy. So
Yeah, I know, right?
you
It's
wake
weird.
up. Sundays were
Right,
the worst because there was
it's
like
home-based.
nothing. You just had to. I mean, I guess church. That's true. But like, it was like,
There was no cartoons.
and it smelled. But anyway, so you wake up, Saturday. You're waking up before your whole family at 6:30. Shaolin Showdown and just went off, and definitely stick to the Cubics because it was always a rerun and there were never good episodes. But anyway,
I know they never played new episodes.
I love Cubics. Not a good franchise.
I
yeah,
was about to say,
Of course.
go and take a look at it now. You'd be.
That's it's like watching Reboot and be like, I loved Reboot.
no one
trying to go back.
loved
No.
Reboot.
Yeah, they do. There's still
Kyle
people
loves
today who
Reboot.
like Reboot.
Kyle loves Reboot.
It's just, no one likes it for the animation, but the
Y'all hear about this?
storyline that it eventually goes down is fucking crazy, man.
Let's say, yeah, no, I had a good story. Did you hear about the reboot of Reboot?
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, yeah. But so you get there and it's like, okay, you got like strange. You got your cereal. For me, it was like the Burger King croissant egg wedge, because my grandma would get up early every Saturday morning and we would go to Burger King and I would eat that while she would have her senior coffee while we would watch. She would sit in her chair and she would just like knit or read the newspaper or something. She watched TV with me while everybody was asleep. And it was like, much like Zog, man, it was just like the best. And I sit in here, be excited, like listening to the Pokemon theme song, getting hype. My grandma's like, I don't know what that is, but it sure does sound happy. And then like, it's like a giant bug. And she's like, why aren't they killing the bug? I'm like, no, grandma, this is their friend. And then like it attacked them. My grandma was like, see, should have killed the bug.
Should have showed her Spider Riders.
Oof.
Nah, like my sister
No
had
one needs to be
arachnophobia. So I turned that on one time and it was like a close up scene of its face. And like, oh, bro, I seen it like threw up and passed out. And I'm just like, I didn't kill my sister. Like, and then I finished the episode. Like, because I was like, she already,
Oh
like,
well.
yeah. With that theme song, you know what? Actually, now I think about it, the theme song actually sucked ass. It was just like same thing over. But yeah, now that was my experience with like Pokemon, coming in the OG and somehow still being here for the end. Like, I wasn't loyal because I wasn't like, yeah, season, and I didn't watch an ounce of Aloha. Like, I watched YouTube clips for Aloha because it was ass. But every other series, I at least watched, you know, a good at least 40 episodes. Like, X and Y got really dark towards the end, which was good. X and Y was like the best actual.
Oh, the story in the game gets pretty dark towards the end as well. It's like, hey, there's these Pokemon dealing with life and death. We're gonna unleash them now, especially the one with death, and it's just gonna murder everything.
Yeah, I think Yevil is like the Nordic name for death. I think.
Yeah.
Uh,
Pretty.
I
Yeah, maybe.
Don't-
Yeah, well,
I can tell you, I know both of the legendaries are like inspired by the tree Yggdrasil.
mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
they did take a bit of a Nordic lean on that, but I'm not too sure about the names directly meaning something like that. Meaning that.
Yevil's name comes from the letter Y and possibly from the word Yevil, a Middle English word meaning evil, impossible quasar or talon of death. Corpse shadower.
All right, awesome. But no, literally, it's about this this whole guy back in the ancient times of Pokemon. He just used a bunch of Pokemon's life forces to make a giant cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's the
That
whole
sound.
thing.
I mean, that fits with
He
my
was
other
trying to-
question.
He was trying to kill the bug.
what's your other question that it fits with?
Let's get into this, Lieutenant Surge ass motherfucker.
Mhm.
Are Pokemon aliens?
Yes.
Some of them are, yes.
Yes.
Very
All of
technically.
them. All of them are.
I guess technically, yeah.
Because Deoxys kind of proved that they were, technically.
And Clefairies.
Mount Moon, that episode was weird.
Yeah, it was.
Flurries are dancing. And Jigglypuff showed up to do work. That ish was hilarious, bruh. Jigglypuff was like, not in my hood, you don't. And like beat the heck out of all the Clefairies. But yeah, no, all
But
Pokemon.
Don't some of the Megastones come from space? Well,
Yes, from a meteorite, I
No.
think.
I think
Yeah.
specifically Rayquaza's Megastone is just a meteorite.
yeah, no, it's because it can just Mega Evolve because he's eaten so many meteorites. But then, like, other Megastones are from the death machine that was made. I don't know.
Well,
Something or other.
the Terra Orb is from a meteorite, right?
I have no fucking clue.
I don't remember.
Well, it was in the valley of like prehistoric or futuristic things, so like time travel, all that. Wasn't it a meteor that wiped out humanity? That's why they had to go back in time. Did you finish
Hold on.
Pokemon
What the
Scarlet and
fuck?
Violet? Strange.
Yes, but I don't remember the humanity being wiped out because of the. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe I
remember the
didn't-
professor went back or forward, depending on which game you had, went back or forward in time. And Violet, he went
Yes.
forward in Scarlet back. And it was like humanity has been erased, and these Pokemon have escaped through the time machine gap that I'm trying to make to cultivate life and all this. Like, then he was a robot. You know, like I said, this game is good.
No,
like,
Scarlet
okay.
and Violet strangely good, even though it's wonky as all get out. Technically,
Okay,
excellent.
leads into my next question.
huh?
Two-parter.
Hmm?
When did you stop watching, and when did you stop playing?
Okay, I stopped watching around the time, I guess somewhere around it was after the Battle Frontier. It was right after the Battle Frontier. I just kind of really didn't watch it because I think it moved or had already moved to the WB or something like that, which I didn't really have that channel growing up, so I just couldn't watch it, and I just kind of fell off of it.
That was the channel. It was Kids WB where I watched all that shit.
Yeah.
Was that a 24-hour
Okay.
broadcast? I thought it was
No.
only in the morning.
Nope,
No,
just
that
in the
was just
morning.
a little block that
Yeah.
I did it.
So
come
you
in the
said
morning?
3
'Cause I
p.m..
remember it coming on after school.
No, it was only in the morning for me. Like, only Saturday
when
mornings.
it moved to
The
Cartoon
shit like
Network,
that is different parts of the country will do different things like that, so I'm not surprised by that.
All right, so
Once-
the syndication release happened with 4 Kids, which, you know, that also blew my
Yeah.
mind when he said it, but it's the truth. 4 Kids
Yeah.
with the first syndication run in 1998. 1999 got picked up by by the WB, Kids WB, from 99 to 2006. After that,
Okay.
Cartoon Network from 2006 up to 2017.
I just remembered where I first watched Pokemon at.
My
Oh
house.
God.
The
No,
bathroom.
it was on a TV playing at church, which was like what?
Yeah, no, that's kind of surprising.
That's
With
I
all
know, I
the
was
Satanist
like-
talk around.
Yeah, that's
It
weird.
was in the youth group or whatever, and I was like, "Whoa, what's that? That looks nice."
That's hilarious.
It's Satan.
Just due to your history.
Oh, I just had my mind blown for a second. I just went back in time.
All right, so you stopped when it changed channels, presumably going to Kids WB. Okay.
Which I eventually got to watch it on WB at some point.
Yeah, because
but,
it ran for like 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think I really cared for it that much anymore. I was like, eh.
Who
Fake fan.
did? It was just
Oh,
on.
yeah. Who
Oh,
did?
excuse me.
I still liked the games though. So that
Fake
was-
fan.
When did you stop playing?
Yeah, he hasn't.
I haven't.
Good
Actually,
to
he
know.
stopped playing because he won't do the raids with me like I asked.
His business. It's been a single player game for so damn long.
I did it by myself. Okay, I did it with the help of 3 Japanese players because I stayed up till 5 a.m. in the morning.
All right, Kai, when did you stop watching?
So I stopped watching
Last week when
Pokemon.
Ash retired.
So here's how it is with me and Pokemon. I stopped watching like seriously, continuously after Sinnoh. When we left Sinnoh, then I kind of just fell off. I didn't care about what was after Sinnoh. Was it X and Y? I don't know. Oh no, it was Black and White. Black and White. Yeah. So when Black and White started, I stopped. Like that stupid intro, and then Iris's voice, and Clement or Clementine, whatever his name.
Yeah, no.
Like didn't do it for me.
I periodically watched when Gen 4 was there, but after that,
Yeah. So when Dawn and Brock left, I left. But I always come back for Misty and Brock. Whenever I see Misty and Brock, I tune in. And now that it's like, and I did catch some parts of X and Y because I I caught a lot of X and Y because I really liked Serena's character. And like, she was the first one to make a move and kiss Ash. Then it amounted to nothing. But also like, it was a really dark series, you know, like there was like, it was like in the anime quality was like anime, like looking really good. Like, OLM Studios outdid themselves on that one. And then, like, when Misty came back for Aloha, I tuned in. I watched that episode and that episode only. And then I caught episodes of Journeys, and then I watched like all of Master's Journeys because Master's Journeys is good. And now I'm watching like the final 11 episodes, which has been. If you were a Pokemon fan, like even if you stopped watching for 15 to 17 to 20 years, like you need to go watch the final 11 because like we've already seen Squirtle's reunion and Butterfree's reunion. That made me cry. Like Ash getting like the champion welcome in his hometown. Like Gary acknowledging him, like Professor Oak beating Ash's mom's brakes off. You know what I mean? So it's been a lot. So, and I stopped playing Never. Well, okay, I did stop playing for a while, and then I was like, I bought Arceus, and I didn't even open it. So it's like
It's good.
it's
Versus
here.
good.
If someone wants to play it, they can have it. 'Cause it's not open. And I played Violet because I was like 4-player co-op. And honestly, I played Violet because they gave the dude dreads. That's really the only reason. But I didn't regret it. And Purple. I love Purple. The color
This
theme
is
is purple.
Violet. Yes.
Violet. Yeah,
Goes to a purple school.
yet you get hoed because when you get in the school, you find out you can't actually make your uniform purple and it's blue. And I'm like,
Bitch.
I was like, ugh. I mean, blue is
No,
still
it
dope,
was
but like,
the weirdest.
you lied to me. Like they had purple uniforms on in the trailer, but I still got my dreadlocks.
It's like I get it. It's a school uniform, but also let me customize things. If we've been customizing our outfits since X and Y, come on.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
I stopped watching and playing about the same time. Gen 4.
too cool. Too cool for school.
Nah, man, it's just like
Jet.
you know.
Gen 4, I didn't get I never got black and white. I invested all my time in
You're not missing much.
in platinum, and after that it was game over. I tried the 3DS one, I think X and Y.
X and Y.
Just couldn't get into it. Just so fucking boring. At the beginning, it's a hard intro.
It is,
new
yeah,
art
no.
style, very slow start. Just
No, X and
Good.
Y is kind of slow overall, but it's the Mega Evolutions. Once you unlock the Mega Evolutions, it's pretty fun after that. But X and Y not a great place. If you are looking to get back into it, though, I will highly suggest Scarlet and Violet. I think they've pretty much worked out most of the bugs in the game, and it's not really much of a looker, but very fun. Very good story as well. I cried twice. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, no, it's wild. I was gonna say if you could borrow, do the games save to the Switch or do they save to like the cartridge?
I don't know.
it's to the Switch.
I'm pretty sure they saved to the Switch.
Okay, then if you want to borrow it, you're more than welcome. Wait, doesn't Homegirl have it?
No? No what?
No, Kelz or
I
Kelz's
don't want to
fiance.
play it. I stopped at Gen 4.
Yeah.
I'm committed to this. I have other time. I have to watch anime. I have to talk to you guys. Like, I don't have time to play Pokemon.
I have an actual job.
We all do.
This
I have 2 jobs.
Yeah, you definitely don't have any free time. sitting
I'm
down.
about to have 3 jobs. I'm gonna help myself. And I can't say that. On here.
And I ain't gonna ask you where you get it from, man. I haven't done that the entire time.
Konnichiwa is konnichiwa. That's all you need to know.
Check clears, Chief. That's automatic.
Don't question where it comes from.
Zog, where'd you stop watching and playing?
well, I've already given where I stopped playing. Once I beat Sun and Moon, I was fucking done. I have not picked up one since. I do not fucking regret it. Hell,
Well,
if I look into like what people are doing in Scarlet and Violet now, most of what I find is that they're like playing their own like little mini games with each other. Like first one to catch a shiny wins. Go. That's all.
who
well
are
and-
you watching? That's
I literally,
boring.
I'm
Oh,
literally just scrolling
MJ
through
TV?
different things.
MJTV does it, and it's actually not boring. It's actually because there's like, okay, who catches a shiny like Rowlet first, and like there's
But
like it's
It's either
really freaking
that
entertaining.
or I've seen somewhere it's just like whoever catches the lightest Pokemon, whoever draws a number, you have to catch that one on the Pokedex. They're coming up with their own games to play in the game, and I'm just like,
Well, to
okay,
be
that
I mean,
kind
in all-
of tells me I don't need to care about the game.
I mean, in all fairness,
No.
have you played Elder Scrolls or Skyrim? Like, just because we modded Kaido in the game doesn't mean the game's any less fun. It just means, like, you know, there's different ways to play. It's like Nuzlocke.
Well,
like,
Yeah,
Well,
no, that's
but-
Nuzlocke. People,
but
like,
also-
that's
Also, in that same vein, you know, I don't care about Nuzlocking when I can experience a Nuzlocke with you know, a content
Yeah.
creator
Yeah.
and a community. Like I don't give a fuck about releasing my characters and having this singular experience when I can just watch that shit.
yeah. And it's like, I don't feel like that takes away from the game or says anything about it because, like, I
But
mean,
the question, it's not that the game is bad, but the question is, do I need to go buy this game and do I need to experience it on my own time?
Do
Is
you
it
need
is it
to?
worth
No.
me? Is it worth me actually going out and getting the game and going through all this? To
I
me,
would say
no.
if you're
I'm
bored.
not. If I'm bored, I got plenty of other shit here that I can do. That's
Okay, that's fair
do it
enough.
with.
That's
I-
fair enough.
to
I
me.
mean-
It to me, the games have run their course. I'm done, unless they do some a massively different thing with it that truly gets me excited for it.
I will say
It's been fun.
The most different game they have is probably Legend of Arceus. Or that new Pokemon Snap game. It's not bad. It's fun. Not
but in
amazing,
Arceus,
fun.
you could die.
Pretty much, yeah. You can get knocked out. You can get beat up.
You die in the game, you die in real life.
Unfortunately, no. You come back, but
What do you
like,
mean, unfortunately?
I mean,
No permadeath.
You get no permadeath.
you
Yeah,
lose
we just
one.
watched-
But
I'm
Just watched
surprised
it.
nobody's been like, we're gonna Nuzlocke Arceus over here, and if their actual character dies, we have to reset the whole game.
That's because that game is hard. that's
Iron
why.
I know
Man
it's hard.
ass.
Like, that's because.
And
Yeah.
that's my hang up with Arceus, right? You know, we've been waiting for this like top tier, you know, not handheld ass Pokemon game, and Arceus comes out, and I'm sure it's fine, but we've been waiting so long for this, and we get the polish and finesse of a basic bitch game when we have a game like Breath of the Wild that shows what the Switch can do visually.
Oh, you want to talk about visually?
Yes, I want to talk
You
about
looked at
visually.
that Metroid Prime remaster?
No, I
It
haven't
looks
because we're
gorgeous.
talking
About
about
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
I can't.
We're
with these
talking
things.
about visuals. I'm telling you.
But that's a GameCube ass visual. It's just
No.
upscaled with some new controls, and
not.
I'm not saying it doesn't look
Better
good.
go watch that trailer again. I'm gonna punch you in your face. Watch that
Fake
trailer.
ass
again.
man.
You're telling me it's upscaled. GameCube. They redid it all.
anyway,
Anyways, disrespecting the OG developer team. Just one card that says "Thanks, OG team." Anyway,
No, I saw that. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
guys.
Anyway,
Pokemon.
as for the anime, I watched through third gen, the one with May.
Yeah,
I watched through that one.
same.
The one
Really?
after that, the one with the blue hair chick,
Dawn,
Dawn.
Sinnoh.
Dawn.
Yeah.
I was off and on with that one. I really did not care.
Sinnoh League victors. Sorry, that just
What?
popped in my head.
The only episodes I actually gave a shit about were the ones where the rival character that time came out.
Paul,
Yes, he was the
Paul was
only-
a menace.
Because he was the only one who was coming out being like, we have these things to do cage fights with. What the fuck else am I gonna use it for? So I was like, finally someone different than everybody else.
Paul was a
J. Jonah Jameson.
So I enjoyed those episodes, but outside of that, I really didn't care about the anime at that point. So, yeah, when they moved on to other regions after that, I just didn't keep following.
Yeah,
How
I
about
heard. I heard that they had some like revival quality storyline somewhere in the recent past. Some online animation following a new character, and it was like
Oh, Twin
very
Leaves?
inspirational. I don't.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the one with you're talking about Twin Leaves from Sword and Shield, where like the kid had like cancer or some terminally ill disease, and then all the gym leaders came together. Twilight Wings,
No, maybe Twilight Wings. It's some character that's not Ash, and
There's
like
Twilight
a mini
Wings.
series.
Yeah.
There was...
I'm gonna be honest. You tell me Pokemon show without Ash, I'm thinking of Pokemon Chronicles.
That's the one I was thinking of
Chronicles.
earlier. Thank you.
It's like,
And I was like,
that's
where's...
the-
Yes.
which
It's
No.
coming.
I think
It's
is the
I'm
best the show ever had.
surprised. I just forgot we didn't talk about the movies at all.
Let's kill your...
Oh yeah, that's movies.
Yeah. Best
We're
movie,
inching
Pokemon
towards being
2000,
done.
and I stand on that. I stand on
Me
Pokemon
too.
2000 right now.
2000
How
was great.
dare you disrespect Pokemon Rise of Genesect?
That
We
movie
don't
was
talk about
ass.
that one.
That movie,
We don't
that
talk
movie
about
was
it.
that movie was
It got the
Mewtwo Strikes
Mega
Back
Evolution
with a
and
giant
everything.
bug, bruh.
Yeah,
we
we've done this shit before.
we got placenta Mewtwo that no one wanted, bruh. It
Yeah, we're
was
doing the fucking.
like little. Oh my gosh! But like,
As
How
if
we gonna
Mewtwo
have
doesn't
two-
look like an overgrown fetus anyway.
listen.
I got a bone to pick. How we gonna have 2 mega evolutions of fucking Mewtwo?
Mhm.
I,
Okay, Mewtwo's
No,
at
no.
least a legendary. How you gonna have 2 for Charizard?
That's also
Charizard,
true.
because Charizard is like the fun
Everyone
fact.
loves
Pikachu
Charizard.
is not the most popular Pokemon. I think it's like Eevee, and then like Charizard. It's like a whole thing where it's like Pikachu is the spokesman for Pokemon, but it's like not even the most popular. But no, like Strange over there having a whole side conversation. Our podcast. I'm so unprofessional.
she says there's nothing wrong with Charizard. I was like, when did you like Charizard? You like Squirtle. What's happening?
Squirtle is cuter than Charizard, but Bulbasaur is the cutest.
Preach.
Like for me, it goes Bulbasaur,
I see the Bulbasaur guarding
Squirtle.
up all those other plushies back there.
My favorite Pokemon is Agumon. That's right. I said
No,
it.
Agumon's
well-
too cool to be a Pokemon, and I'm gonna need to fight you.
All
on
right,
that
let's
one.
be real. You're on the right track, but the correct answer is Gabumon.
Agumon.
It's like tonight is the night that you know who's go, you know where. Quote Stewie Griffin. But I gotta ask y'all because I know I just inserted it, but I feel like the Pokemon movies, at least the echelon of
number
our
4.
childhood, like what's that?
Pokemon movies up to movie number 4. Right?
Yeah, like the first
movie.
the number
Mine was
ones. I would
pretty
say the
alright.
numbers. The numbers are really the goats because you got Pokemon, the first movie with Mewtwo, Ash turning to stone, that iconic music, and then Meowth like quoting that. Like I remember in college, I took this literary class, and like the illustrious Sandra Pugh, like sorry I doxed you, but like just you're so great, the world needs to know, like quoted Meowth. Like it's the circumstances of one's birth. Like I'm just like, yes, Queen, yes. Like thank you for showing me what a professor's supposed to be. But anyway, so that movie was iconic for a lot of reasons, and Nurse Joy was thanging in that movie, like as the whole fit, and like I'm gonna leave it alone. He was thanging. And then Pokemon 2000, like the GOAT, the iconic Lugia being voiced by like whoever voiced Lugia, man.
And
Like-
and motherfucking King. Oh my.
Slowbro?
Slow
Uh,
King.
Slowking.
Slowking, yeah.
Slowking.
King being able to fucking talk.
Yeah, like, and then all the
He
other
needs
Pokemon,
pants.
like showing up too, like they were just there, like they came for Lugia and Slowking was like, they're here. You just see like all these Pokemon that carried out in the Raichu. Like I was like, bro, what is? And Team Rocket was clutch, bro. When they were on like that scooter thing and the music was
Yeah.
hitting and they were riding on the ice, bro, and Lugia was stopping them from like hitting like all the Pokemon, bro, and like Articuno and Zapdos and Moltres were going crazy. And like there was
No,
like a
when-
whole love triangle too, and Misty was like, "I gotta save my man, girl. You stay over here with your flute and shit."
But then when Lugia was like, when they're like, oh, he got knocked out, but then he's like, all right, I had enough of this, and he just starts blasting everything.
Yeah. Oh, and Lugia's
screw all
song,
you.
bruh, the iconic song, like Lugia's
That
song, was like,
orchestra, the orchestra, man.
And then Pokemon 3, was that Celebi?
No,
No,
that was-
that was unknown and intake.
Oh yeah, that was dark as shit, bro.
That was
That was the
Oh yeah,
darkest.
with the motherfucking coming to trap all the Pokemon and bring them of their power.
Yeah, like and Entei was just like on that, like,
Full-on
you will not hurt
kidnapping
my
exercise.
daughter, and I'm like, and then when she's like, I want to be a Pokemon trainer, you can't. You're 5.
Oh.
Well, age me up then. And she's like, here you go. You're 28 now. I'm just like, what is happening?
I was like, alrighty, and then I'm gonna encase the world in crystal. By the way, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, all right.
And Ash's mom being like, Ash's mom was thinking in that movie too, bruh. And she was like hypnotized. I was like, yo, you thinking, Miss Ketchum? Like, you thinking? And she was like, oh, I'm not hypnotized. This girl just need a mother. And Ash is like, but you're my mom. And she's like, shut up, Ash. Your dad's talking. And
Bro, you like 34. Get the fuck out of here.
like, and then you had freaking, of course, the iconic Pokemon Forever with like
Oh,
Celebi and like Suicune showing up
Man.
and purifying that water. Like, I'll never forget how
I
much
cried
it fucked me.
Pokemon
Yes, it fucked me up as a kid when Ash was like, "Here, eat the berry," and that Celebi was whole ass dead. Like,
yeah.
like when that berry fell from the mouth, and I'm like, "Why are we doing this?" like,
Hey, no, that like Celebi, one of my favorite mythic Pokemon. Anyways, like, just because of that movie.
yeah,
And then the whole time he was hanging out with young Professor Oak, blew my brain. Like, what?
not to mention
All right,
the
all right,
5th
discussion.
movie also balling. It's like Latios and
Heroes?
yes,
All right. I wanna speak some truth that may or may not be surprising to you.
okay,
For better or worse,
okay,
up until movie number 21, The Power of Us, there was a Pokemon movie releasing every single year.
fire.
From the year 1999 to 2018. We took a hiatus to get to Mewtwo Strikes Back in 2020. But other than that, OLM has been putting out not only the OG show, but also movies.
You know what I forgot about? I
Drake?
forgot about the Deoxys and Rayquaza movie.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
oh
six, right?
yeah, oh yeah.
I forgot how actually pretty good that one was.
No, that one was solid, bro. Like I just remember Quasar screaming like an idiot the whole time. Like, oh, and then Jirachi Wishmaker also fire,
Oh, I
bro.
forgot about Jirachi.
And then
Dang it.
freaking
Lucario having a magical adventure?
Lucario, bro. Like,
I think Jirachi was like the last movie I saw. I think I stopped watching all the movies after that.
Jirachi is the point where I was like, you know what? Fuck keeping up with these. I'm not doing this anymore. It became, if it's there, it's there. I'm not going out of my way to keep up with these movies ever again.
The most recent one that I've watched was Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution, which frankly, I should have watched the original, but you know what? It is what it is.
right.
I could never find out if that was just like a redo of the first one or if it was a sequel.
It's a CG movie. It's a
That's
CG
right.
CG remake
That one.
of the first movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back.
That's right. I remember that.
Okay.
Okay.
Which,
Gosh,
I was
that's-
like, oh, it's Mewtwo back again. But, it's just a remake of the first movie. So
Yeah, no,
I could have
that was
just
very
watched this
confusing.
shit.
I was confused. I was like, I'm maybe gonna watch it later.
It's a film that helped contribute to my opinion about 3D animation. But at this rate, between Beastars, between the
Trigun.
I'm getting to Trigun, between the most recent Dragon Ball movie, Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Super.
Have you
Superhero.
watched? Have you watched Land of the
And-
Lustrous?
Now get the fuck out of here. And Trigun.
No. you
Land of
gotta
Lustrous
watch
is
Land of
great.
I
Lustrous.
have it. It's not on the list. We're gonna get to it.
Put it
Kai.
on the list.
I am the list.
Jesus Christ.
I am the bone of my sword. Yes, Trigun. Trigun blowing
I am
my
not.
mind.
Ow, my toe! Ow, my toe!
Honorable mention for 3D animation to Beastars.
Yes.
Just because it's got a vibe. It's 3D. That's it. We had to have Beastars to have bomb ass Trigun. That's all I'm
Yes.
saying.
Don't keep your speakers underneath your desk. PSA.
Don't kick them.
I think I may have broken a toe, but it's fine. You know, thugs walk it off.
But yes,
walk
we'll
off.
watch Land of the Lustrous when we get to it. We'll also watch Alt Noah Zero to make up for, my opinion.
Heck yeah,
being
though.
wrong.
All those zero, let's
Wait,
go.
do you not like All Noah Zero?
Really?
I don't know, but it's 3D.
Wait,
All
you
Noah
said
Zero
that's
is
to
in 3D?
make up
Do you
for
mean
something?
Knights of
Why-
Sidonia?
Yeah, what's the difference?
Knights of Sidonia is very different than Alt Noah Zero. Alt Noah Zero is good, and Knights of Sidonia is Knights of Sidonia. Knights of Sidonia was good for 5 episodes.
Yeah, I remember watching
Yeah.
about 3 of those and going, "Oh my god, they're blowing up the planet," and then
Yeah, and
not
then-
going anywhere with that.
Yeah. Yeah. But I
But
will
Pokemon.
say, yeah, no. Also, the Power of Us was really good, and Pokemon I Choose You were also the retelling of Ash getting Pikachu. But before we wrap
Wait,
it up,
was that the one where Pikachu talked at the end?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Man, I found when that premiered in theaters, I found so many videos of people booing the screen at that scene.
So the weird,
Oh,
the
it
weird
was
part
the
is
funniest thing.
when you watch it, it makes sense. If you just watch that clip by itself, you're like, what the hell? But when you find out they're trying to kill Ash and Ash basically dies, is in the process of dying, and as he's
I've seen that happen before.
yeah, but
I'm thinking of the first episode.
yeah, and as he's because all these Pokemon are trying to kill Ash because they're he's the problem, we gotta remove him.
He
He's just
is.
trying to defend him, and he can't. And Ash is losing consciousness. Pikachu doesn't actually talk. Ash feels like he hears him.
Oh, he just hallucinates from being beat up by animals.
Yeah, because the man is dying. He's bleeding and everything. I'm like, yo, is this a Pokemon movie? So.
Yo.
Yeah, and it just sounds like he hit his head and is having a delusion.
Well, he's
All
been
I'm
in a
saying
coma
is-
for 25 years.
Ty's not a motherfucking punk. Ty'll punch a Digimon. Fuck
And if
ass.
not Ty, motherfucking Marcus will.
Oh
and
my
Ty's
god.
also 10 years old. Fuck is Ash
Yeah.
doing out here getting beat up by Spearows and shit?
And
No.
Ty aged up because he ain't no hoe, man. Oh my god. Watch Digimon because you're the last strange. You have to feel.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I
Did
know.
you got the words right? Wrong order. Digimon the last Kizuna.
Thank you.
But-
I'm working on it.
we
man.
making progress. Yeah, man. That's
Keys
But-
of the last.
But before we leave, I gotta ask y'all the final hardest question.
I got one more movie before we
Okay.
get to it.
Yes. of course.
Opinions about Detective Pikachu.
It was decent. It was
Yeah, it was all right.
better than I thought it would
Fun.
be. I guess if we're being technical, we have to give it the credit for the revival of the first non-bad comic book or video game movie. Wait, did Sonic come out first or did Detective Pikachu come
No,
out first?
Detective Pikachu came out before Sonic did, but I'd still give that that title to fucking Sonic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Detective Pikachu wasn't it was really cool to see the Pokemon on the big screen, in air quote real CG or whatever, the more realistic looking stuff. But
Yeah.
I don't know, that plot twist near the end, I was like,
Well,
that's
I don't
weird.
remember the movie. So
Alright.
honestly, I watched it. I know I watched it with y'all. But
That's
I don't
because
remember.
that's because it was so obvious that can you even really call it a twist?
So-
It was fun having Ryan Reynolds on screen playing
Yes.
Pikachu with a voice, and
That was
the
funny.
Bulbasaurs were cute as fuck.
Yeah.
what
This
was
is
the
true.
plot twist?
That's-
It was-
the guy
Dude.
that the evil looking guy that said I'm a friend of Pokemon was actually the evil guy.
Which
then he
Pokemon did he use at
tried
the
to-
end? Try and
he-
kill him.
Oh, and everybody
Oh,
was a Mew or a fucking Ditto.
Huh.
Yeah, that was his secretary.
The secretary was a Ditto, and then he tried
I-
to mind meld with Mewtwo
Yeah.
and then turn everybody else
then
into a Pokemon. It was really weird.
Essentially,
Oh.
it was super fucking stupid.
It's like, why didn't
The
you just
story-
stop at becoming Mewtwo? Like,
Yeah.
you've
Yeah.
already
This-
achieved godhood at that point.
The story was dumb. The acting was good. I was entertained. It did the bare minimum of what a movie should do. That, in that respect, it's a success and it's good. I can't really give it anything more than that, and if I never watch Detective Pikachu again, I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything.
That's fair.
That being said, I'm not going to discourage anybody from going to watch it. If you want to go see it, go see it.
Given the opportunity, as you said, I'd go watch Sonic the Hedgehog because at the time of release, this was the best ever opening for a video game film. That was immediately broken the following year by Sonic the Hedgehog with the box off, like an opening weekend box office of 58 million. So
Yeah.
Deserves it.
definitely, this showed that the market was there and that the level of investment was worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wind up with continued IPs like Sonic the Hedgehog when they undo the fuck up that was the initial design of Sonic because they got
Yeah.
bullied too much online.
That was.
I'm so glad
And
they
it
did that
was-
though.
That was
Yes.
That was fucking funny.
So
Yes.
glad they did that. That
Yes.
was, and then they put like evil Sonic in another movie, or like bad Sonic in. What was the
Ugly
movie?
Sonic.
What was the
Ugly
movie?
Sonic. Hold on.
Ugly Sonic.
Sonic and the
No.
Rescuers.
Rescue Rangers.
Oh yeah,
Rescue
Rescue Rangers.
Rangers,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Yeah, Disney
Uh,
did that. It was,
I'm not gonna
That was
lie,
funny.
I'm a little it was hilarious. That was a good movie.
Hold
I'm
on.
not gonna lie though, I was a little upset when they just started calling him Ugly Sonic instead of Jellicle Sonic, like the internet had just taken to calling him.
Yeah. They probably would have been copyright infringement if they did that. Can't copyright the word ugly. It's if someone has the opportunity to sue Disney, you know they'll take it.
It fucking Disney. With all the lawyers they got and all the money they got, they can put that shit in just like basically limbo and just never see the light of day. They
Yeah, but
did not have to do shit.
that takes 2
I-
seconds away from Walt Disney's frozen head.
I root for Ugly Sonic now. Like I thought he was really dumb, but this makes me want like a drug-addled Sonic film for Sonic 3. No, excuse me, like Sonic 15. When it's really time to milk him for the last drop, give me Ugly Sonic back.
Oh yeah,
Um,
when they're doing Sonic and Mario Olympic Games
Yes.
for the movies.
Yes. All right, Kai. Your final point, your final question that you had before
Gotcha.
we wrap up.
So final question, I gotta ask. Overall, everything included, what is y'all's favorite gen Pokemon? It's a age-old question that I have the hardest time answering because, like, my brain automatically wants to say OG, but then it's like Johto was fire, and you had the theme song, and you had Cyndaquil, which was the most adorable thing to grace the planet, and then like Hoenn though, like Hoenn had the most fire, like the 3 stars were immaculate. Like I feel like anything beyond 4, like anything beyond Sinnoh is invalidly wrong. Tell you that. You're wrong. If you pick
I'm gonna
anything.
say 3. 3 is my favorite.
Okay, we got 3. Zog says 3. What about you, Kelz? It's me and you. Like,
You said both of them, and that's the right opinion. The generations I spent the most time in were 3 and 4,
yeah,
and it has to be 3.
Yeah.
3 is the best generation, and partially because we had time, new game, new console, better quality art, and can get a number of the OGs after you beat the game. So it's like, why wouldn't 3rd gen be the best? Like, I like the idea of 2nd gen, right? Because 2nd gen games, you beat the game, then you get a whole new game plus that is just exploring
That's-
gen 1,
yeah.
That's real cool. And there's a reason the 2nd gen story and all that in the 4th gen engine is probably the best-selling Pokemon of all time.
Fire
Yeah.
Red and Leaf Green. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he meant Soul Silver and Heart Gold.
Oh yeah, them too. I don't know. They just be remaking shit in every console.
Yeah.
Fucking Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. I don't know.
Wow. But for me, it's hard because I want to say nostalgia says Gen 1, and that was Misty and Brock. That was all the good stuff. But also, Season 2 or JoJo had all that plus a bomb ass theme song and new Pokemon and freaking stuff. But Gen 3, I love May. I feel like she is
best girl.
second best girl only to Misty.
All I'm saying, to your point, May never sang a fucking R&B track.
I'm just saying she did. She did. And she
No.
went through like 3 voice actors.
Yeah.
Misty was solid. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say Gen 2 because Typhlosion, Feraligatr, and Meganium were all solid and all very balanced. I love Suicune. He's like Suicune and Lugia are 2 of my favorite Pokemon. They both came out of Gen 2. Also shout out, like I didn't even like, and I feel like there were no bad Pokemon in Gen 2. Like I would have rocked with any team I was given. Like Gen 2. Like
Ferret.
which one's that?
Ferret, the little brown ferret.
It's basically the Bidoof of that generation.
You mean Zigzagoon?
No,
No, Ferret.
ferret.
Let me just look it up because I don't
It's
remember.
the relation to Sentry.
Yeah, Centret.
The
The one with the little circle of sands on its tail.
oh,
Then it
bruh.
evolves into like
Teddy Ursa.
Oh, bruh.
Get
Did you
outta
know?
here.
Bruh,
Well, at least
you-
Teddy Ursa became an Ursaring.
But bruh, Ferret was like the GOAT if you put the right moves on it, bruh. Like, Ferret was freaking, because it was a normal type. And back then, normal type was really balanced. So,
that song.
yeah. But, I mean, Ferret opposed to all the other freaking Pokemon for every generation. You thought of one Pokemon and you look at freaking... Owen just had so many damn water Pokemon, bruh. Like,
There's a lot of water.
Look at the region.
Yeah, there's a lot of water.
also, screw Wingle. Like that.
Yeah, no.
So
Wiggles pop up everywhere.
Mini Wing.
It's like an emulation of real life. So many seagulls everywhere.
You know, I wouldn't have been really upset about it if they just replaced the Zubats with Winkles. But I also had to deal with the Zubats.
That was the thing.
I love that gen's birds are not like good and evil, right? It's not like a Spearow and a Pidgey. It's like you want water bird or you want forest bird. They're
Yeah.
both pretty cool, you know.
Yeah, Pelipper and Swallow.
Halo.
Halo, yeah.
Halo.
Taylor,
Well,
yeah.
Swallow was the evolve. I was going with the evolutions thing.
Swallow. Oh yeah, swallow.
Yeah. Swallow was the first time we saw Aerial Ace, and that was a banger move.
Yeah,
Like,
it was.
Like Aerial Ace was broken. Like, oh my gosh. But yeah, so we got 3 Gen 4s and 3 Gen 3s and 1 Gen 2 with an asterisk Gen 4 and 1. So yeah, shout out to Pokemon. You've been here. The cult
You're
was
never
definitely
going
worth
away.
it. Yeah, the cult was definitely worth it. Crazy that Ash is leaving. We're getting replacements, which could be his daughter, could be some random kids we do not know.
Just follow any of the other girls he's been teamed up with on any season.
Yeah, that would take my money. If we got a whole arc dedicated to either Dawn, May, or Misty, or Cynthia, bro. Give me a Cynthia arc. Just her. Oh my god, we forgot to talk about the Pokemon mommies. Anyway, we'll do that another podcast.
Not
Cynthia
enough time.
team.
Miss Ketchum.
mean-
That's it.
Yes.
Mrs. Ketchum is literally the only mother.
Who's his dad, man? Who's his dad?
We don't know yet.
Mr.
We'll find out
Mime.
Dead in the
Mine.
ground.
So-
That's who his dad is.
Mr. Mime.
We can only hope.
Watch it be Professor Oak. I would, man. If it's Professor Oak,
wouldn't
I ain't
even
gonna
be
be
mad.
mad. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be mad.
On
He's like-
Tauros.
That would raise some questions for me, though, because that means Gary
Is his
was
uncle.
the rival to his uncle.
Mind
Ash
your
was the
business.
rival
It's
to his
weird.
uncle. Yeah, man. Hey.
Does that mean I gotta call you Uncle Ash now? Oh man.
Professor Oak gave this man a Pokédex and said, fill it out so he could have more time.
Although, to be fair, Gary Oak was also that 10-year-old running around with a harem full of cheerleaders.
This
Take
is
after his
also true.
grandpa. Yeah, take after. That man didn't even have a license to have women driving
No,
around.
all those cheerleaders were actually a part of Professor Oak's crew. He was just like, you know what? This is getting too many people to keep track of. Gary, take some of these.
I believe it was all Gary, bro. Gary had that like flair with him. Like he was like, oh, he was the Seto Kaiba of Gen 1 Pokemon. Like, you have a third-rate deck for a fourth-rate duel.
That still
But
cuts deep.
Here's the difference. When Seto Kaiba was a dick, he was still entertaining and awesome. When Gary Oak was a dick, he was just a dick.
Oh, he was funny. He was like, hey,
and
Ash
kind
boy.
of a bratty kid.
Yeah, but when he lost to Giovanni, though, and got somehow knocked unconscious, like, saw him change.
Man got shit into the Shadow Realm. And
Remember Johto, bro, when that man was rocking a whole cloak with an Eevee that became an Umbreon? I was like, what is happening, bro? That man became an Avenger, bro, for no reason. Like, he had a whole dark cloak and got the first Umbreon in the series and was like, Ash, I've changed my mind. Like, also, he's a Pokemon researcher. What has Ash done, bro? Man, you know what? This another podcast.
Apparently, he's won the Pokemon League.
Yeah, he's a
Finally.
Pokemon master now. Yes, but like,
be the best.
well, he won
at
the league in
Pokemon.
Aloha, and then he won the Pokemon World. So he's technically the
Back
best
with that's
in the world.
inside.
We're gonna yeah.
All right. Pokemon. Final thoughts. We'll come back to Pokemon Mamas at
Yeah.
a later topic episode.
Pokemon goated. Pokemon goated.
Yeah, no, it's still pretty fun. I have fun with it.
I wish the games would do some more original stuff. I wish they would take advantage and capitalize on the
new
abilities the hardware would allow to make a bomb-ass game that we all hope for. I do get that, expectations are not necessarily reality, but without meeting in the middle, it's kind of disappointing. However, I got fucking how many goddamn plushes on that wall? Because my girl, I'm never getting away from Pokemon.
Never.
Not in
You're
this
in the cult.
lifetime. May the end come soon.
Or Torto.
Charmeleon. War Turtle.
It's 100.
I will say, just if for nothing else, the music
Yes.
4Kids put out is gonna have a special place in my heart,
Yes.
Always.
especially
Always.
with that fucking drive back from Tallahassee static.
Yeah, saved our lives, bro.
Oh, fucking crazy!
Okay, last question. I promise. What is your favorite Pokemon song? Like, I'm talking about intros, like the albums. Like, we know Kelz is Misty's R&B ballad, bro.
No. I love it, but not actually my favorite song.
Okay, what's your favorite song?
It's gotta be On the Road to Viridian City.
Yes.
Viridian
Yes.
City.
That's fair.
We're on the road to Oh my gosh, that is such a banger. Why?
I'm on the road.
That's we're on the road. Why is that? Okay, so you go, cause like I gotta think about mine. I know I asked a question, but I gotta think hard on that one.
To be a master.
Oh yes, to be a master. That is fire, bro.
Outside of just the OG theme song, that is the first bit of music that comes to my mind anytime I think of this.
Honorable mention to Team Rocket's Rocket.
Oh yes, Team Rockets, Rocket.
Yeah, okay.
What about you, Strange? Like I feel like we
I
might
mean-
have the same one, but
Probably. I mean, it's got to be either like cheap answer is Lugia's song, but the other real answer is the Intro to Johto.
A whole new world.
First one. Yeah,
It's a whole
that
new
one's a pretty good.
with a brand new attitude, but we
Do you
still
mean
gotta
the
get
One Piece
to-
rap?
Honorable mention One Piece rap. But no, a whole new world is a contender for me. Like it might be my number one, that or the first one. But like I can't lie, man. Like
Thinking about the Journeys one.
the Journeys one is goated. Like, but they haven't heard
It
that
is
one.
pretty goated. Yeah,
But
I know.
it's really goated. But like Together Forever off the Pokemon album, where it starts with like the distorted like like oh my god, oh yeah, it's like, like Together. Oh my god, that bro. Oh, like Me and You and Pokemon, that one too, bro. Like with the black woman on it, everybody goes through changes. Versus this random woman who sounded like Aretha Franklin, bro. Like we gotta go on a
Yo,
road
shout
trip.
out to shout out to number 1 from the Bleach soundtrack.
Yeah,
While we're
like
on the
shout out,
subject.
like we just, I swear, we gotta take like a road trip, like 45 minutes up north or something, to like go to the Commons and just listen to the Pokemon soundtrack on the way there, bro. Like just the four of us, like it's only because I got 4 seats in my truck, but like I mean technically 5, but who's the 5th? But yeah. So anyway, Pokemon, man. It's the GOAT. What else is the GOAT? All of our other products, which Kelz will tell you about right now.
Yeah, we
Holy
got other stuff too. You can catch us on all your products, all your podcatchers, talking Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Podcast, at Content Breaker, or YouTube and Twitter as well. Content Breaker, gentlemen, you have things too.
Yes, you can find me at Static Dreads on Twitter with a Z, because that is what I made my Twitter handle.
Look for me.
That's all one word, by the way, with a Z.
Yeah,
Thank you.
with a Z.
Yeah, spell out with a Z, yes.
Look for Strangely Entertaining on YouTube or Twitch, where on Twitch I stream sometimes early between 7 and 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, check out the other product at your typical Shonen Protagonist for more weeaboo content. We'll catch you next week for something that's on the docket, and one of us should look at that.
It just says commercials disguised as shows.
Commercials
Oh.
disguised as shows.
I'm assuming this is like toy commercials disguised
Talking
as
about
shows.
like
This
your
is just-
Transformers.
Yeah, this is
your-
just Transformers.
Your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all that
Gargoyles.
Pokemon.
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 We talk
Chaotic.
more Pokemon. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll save it for the podcast.
Bakugan.
Save it for the
Metabots.
podcast. They're watching the podcast now.
Fucking Yu-Gi-Oh.
Beyblades. Ah, dang it, I did it.
Only Yu-Gi-Oh! You're a third-rate deck for the fourth-rate duelist. We'll catch you next week for more content.
Nani Sore.